guys, welcome back. First of all, I want to apologize. I was going to put out a video yesterday. I even recorded a video yesterday, and I was having a really bad day. A super bad migraine, body was hurting, I had so much going on, and it turned out horrible. I mean, genuinely terrible. So I decided that rather than just putting something out there that I'm not proud of and that nobody's gonna want to watch, I would just put things out a day late. And I'm sorry, I really am. I'm gonna try and stick to schedule in the future, but for now, this is what we got going on. So I still have quite a bit of a headache. Not nearly a migraine anymore. Not really sure why the headache is sticking around. Very, very strange. For those of you who don't know, I got my very first migraine when I was 9 years old. And I've been struggling with them ever since. And they tend to get a lot worse when I get stressed out. And the stress of just moving and weight loss journey, TTC, all of it, it was just getting to me, I think. I think that's why I've been struggling so much in general with pain lately. But specifically now, dealing with the migraine, I'm 99% sure it was just stress and lack of sleep. Because rather than sleeping, I'm getting things done. Not my brightest moment. But, needless to say, this is where we are. And let's get into it. So, I put out that video a couple days ago about my infertility journey and how unbelievably difficult it is. And it is so crazy difficult. And I am blown away by the incredible amount of support that I've gotten, the incredible amount of people coming to me and asking me advice now and opening up. I honestly didn't realize that so many people in my circle even, and people outside of my circle that have contacted me, were dealing with stuff like this. And I started to see this beautiful little community of people start to come together that didn't even know that the other people were struggling with the same exact thing they were struggling with. So, I decided that for today's video, I wanted to talk about how I balanced my hormones, how I'm continuing to do that, and what I plan to do in the future. What I've recently started, don't know if it's working yet or not, to get me further in this journey of trying to conceive and trying to be healthy and trying to promote wellness in my life and living above the wellness line. I'm not going to share everything today because it is a lot, and if everybody wants to hear the rest of it, that is fine. But I have a few products here I want to talk about. I also want to talk about some of the other things that I'm doing. So, 1, exercise. I have always loved exercise. Being physical in general is really kind of fun for me. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy working hard. But doing it on a regular basis, whether or not I want to, has always been a struggle. Because I enjoy it, right? I'm like, well, it's a hobby, and I don't want my hobby to get mixed up with something that I have to do. But guess what? I have to do it. I have to. So, for me personally, I started yoga, aerial aerobics, which is basically yoga. I mean, we're doing yoga moves, but in a silk. That is my personal favorite. I love it. I also picked up water aerobics because it really is nice on my hips and my back to get all that pressure off and to get a good workout in, which is really, really fun. It is not just for old people, guys. It's for everyone. And it's amazing. Hold on. This cough is not wanting to go away. It's really frustrating. Anyway, but I did quite a bit of research on exercise and why we need it And it's so much more than just staying skinny. And I feel like that is what the general society likes to say. They like to say that if you exercise, you're going to be skinnier and therefore you're going to be happier. And in a lot of ways, that's true, right? Because you need exercise to maintain a healthy BMI and to lose weight. But even just 15 minutes of exercise a day can help with depression and anxiety and other types of mental disorders. It can help prevent blood pressure issues in the future. Literally like 15 minutes a day of getting your heart rate up can change so much about your general health. And so for fertility and trying to conceive, if you go overboard and you exercise like a lot, it might hurt it, but I can't imagine a situation where the average person would work out so much that it's going to make their fertility worse. In general, like getting your blood moving and clearing that blood out of even your uterus and your womb and everything else and just getting moving is going to be beneficial. It's going to help you lose weight if you have weight to lose. It's going to help you keep your blood moving. It is going to help balance your hormones. There's so much to be said about exercising, and I'm not going to get too terribly far into it, but pick something that is going to get your heart rate up and also that is going to stretch you out quite a bit, or develop a very healthy stretching routine after you are done. I wanted to do both kind of in one because my life is crazy and I needed to have something that was one thing that I could just get good at, which is why I chose yoga and aerial aerobics. And then I hit the gym on occasion. I will go get on an elliptical or hit some weights, or I will go hiking, get to the pool. I like to mix it up a lot, but my yoga practice and my aerial aerobics, those are my two main sources of exercise, and I love them, and I will never give them up. Absolutely the best thing. The second thing that I will say is diet. Yes, diet and exercise is 100% the first thing that I'm going to talk about, because I think it's time that we as a society start looking at food differently. Food can be medicine. And the way that we treat our body is so important. And there's a reason that we are one of the sickest countries in the nation, and it is because we don't view exercise appropriately and we don't view food appropriately. So, food, get rid of processed things. If you're not gonna do literally anything else, just get rid of processed. I personally keep high fat, high protein, low-ish carb. I don't do keto, and I have no intention of doing keto. I just don't. But your body does need lots of really good healthy fats for fertility. I mean, I will go into all of these in a greater depth later on. I kind of want to just do this overview of what I'm doing and what I plan to do and just a little bit. So, healthy fats are so unbelievably important to just female health and reproductive everything. I mean, it is. And healthy fats, not just a bunch of oils or something like that, but real fats like avocados or nuts, good organic beef, things like that, that are just really, really beneficial. So get rid of the processed, start there. You're gonna kind of find your groove after you do that, but that's what I do. High fat, high protein, medium carb. It's like where I like to keep my macros. Supplements. I don't like taking supplements. I'm not very good at being consistent with taking supplements. There is one I don't have here. It's by Young Living, and it is called Endogize. Your endocrine system is your thyroid and part of your reproductive health, etc., etc., etc. Again, I will do more in-depth videos about these things later on, but I knew one of my major hormone imbalances had to do with my endocrine system. So I knew that Endogize was something I needed to take. My endocrine system was something I needed to take seriously. So I do take that, and I take it regularly, and I've been really good about taking it regularly. It's pretty much the only one. I'll be just real honest from the beginning. Like, I stink at taking supplements, and I'm working on it. I will get better about it. I have one that I'm going to show you guys here that I'm going to start taking. And I'm hoping that I'll be really good at taking it, but I can't promise anything. I'll be honest. Now, I've talked about this before, but my journal, this is, and it's upside down. This is the journal that I use right now. My dad got it for my mom. My mom gave it to me because she didn't use it for a lot of years. But this is the kind of journal in general that I use just because I do use it for a lot of different things. I love to journal. I've learned to love to journal. But one of the things that I journal very, very regularly right now is what I'm experiencing daily. Right, like, am I getting a headache? Am I having pain? Have I done my self-care? Am I taking my supplements? How did I do on eating? What are some of my symptoms of that day? Because tracking it has revealed a lot to me that I would not have known otherwise. As far as symptoms go, I don't think that I would have found a lot of the things that I am now correcting had I not continually kept record of it and gone through and saw what I was going through. And like I said in that last video, on top of recording everything, this is where I just get all the emotions out. This is where I deal with the jealousy that's not jealousy. Another video coming up. But anybody who is trying to conceive that has not been able to will get the jealousy that's not jealousy. The hurt, the shame, the embarrassment, I just put it in here. I get it all out. Once I get it out, I can deal with it and cope with it in such a better way, and something that is so much more healthy. And one of the number one reasons I think that a lot of women struggle to conceive is stress. A lot of the time it is a hormone imbalance. It is something going on with your ovaries, it's your uterus, it's this, it's that, it's the other thing. But if we were all to just get our stress levels down, I need to do it too, so bad. But if we were able to just bring that stress down, I think a lot of us would not have to worry about it nearly as much. So that is something I'm working on. This is a great way to do that, guys. It's so simple. It's little, but it really does help. And I think that you'll find that out really, really quickly. Next is red raspberry leaf. I don't know if you can see that. To me, I'll be really honest, it looks like marijuana to me. Like, not bud, but the leaves of marijuana. Like, I don't smoke marijuana. I have a lot of friends that do. Anyway. This is red raspberry leaf tea. I personally do loose leaf because I love tea. I'm like a tea drinker, just like I am a coffee drinker. And this tea is really tasty. It's super, super mild, but it's good. It's good. I drink it in the morning. It tends to be the very first thing that I drink of the day is this tea, red raspberry leaf, which is incredible for just everything female reproductive, all of it. I probably will do a video on this by itself because it is so good. And the really fun thing is, if you run a farm, which I know most people don't, but I'm about to, and I have animals, and we plan on breeding animals in the future. This is good for most animals too, and their reproductive health. So It tastes good. It's yummy. I also do dandelion tea. This one is actually my best friend's. I have to get some myself. But this dandelion root is really good for a lot of things. Not just reproductive health. It does help with reproductive health quite a bit, but if your iron is low, this is a really good thing to do. If you're struggling with blood pressure, this is a really good thing to take. Honestly, it is kind of one of those things that you can take it for pretty much anything and it's gonna work. Whew, I don't know if you can see that, but like so much dust. It smells delicious. And this one just comes in this little pack that I put in with my loose leaf tea in my tea ball and stick it in my water and just do it all together. This is the one that I use. And it's really good. There is also vanilla in it, but it's organic vanilla, so I'm not really all that worried about it. And it does give the tea kind of that little bit of a sweet taste. This is really delicious because I don't add lemon to it. I don't add any kind of sweetener. I don't really like sweetener with my tea, so that wasn't really an issue to begin with. It wouldn't be a problem if you did. If you wanted to try it and you're like, I cannot do it without honey or without agave or without something, it's good. But if you want to get this and add it to this, the vanilla in there, it makes it kind of sweet and it's delicious. So that's what I do. I do that every single day. Between that, the Endogize, and this product right here, I am pretty sure that is what helped my hormones the most. Exercise did, diet did, all of those things, absolutely. But those 3 products, I don't think that I would be where I am now, getting the test results that I am now from the doctor without these 3 things. Progestins Plus is oil from Young Living. It's got, let me just read it for you. It has got balsam copaiba, sacred frankincense, cedarwood, bergamot, peppermint, wild yam extract, and clove. There are so many testimonies out there. If you were to literally just type Progestins Plus into Google, you would find massive amounts of testimonies with women and this product. Not necessarily just to conceive, but also to conceive. But women just wanting to get their periods in order and have them not be all over the place and have them not be super painful and be able to, I don't know, just be happier. When your period is all out of whack and your menstrual cycle is out of whack, the rest of your life is too. Like, let's just be honest. Again, I will do a video on just the oils later. I really just wanted to get an overview of what I'm doing currently. Endoflex is another one. Can you even see that? Anyway, it says Endoflex. And again, a really good one, life changer. This is the very first oil I ever got from Young Living. And it is what sold me on Young Living because I started noticing changes almost immediately. It took immediately in the realm of taking supplements or taking oils, right? I think it was probably about 2 weeks when I first started noticing things getting better or different. And Endoflex is where it's at, man. Like, I will do more on this. I swear I will. But it is another one. Again, my endocrine system is one of the systems that was the hardest for me to correct. That's where my biggest hormone imbalance came from. That's where I was having the most issues. That was why I was struggling to lose weight, and I was even putting on weight the way that I was. And this oil really, really helped. I got rid of OTCs. If you don't know what that is, it's over-the-counter medications. Things like Tylenol, ibuprofen, Advil, all of those things. During my cycle, I use Dragon Time. This just helps bring everything into balance. Like, I don't know 100% how this works. And I'm almost ashamed to say that because I am a research nerd. I could tell you exactly what is in those other 2 oils that I have shown you, why they work, what the herb is, how you can get those herbs from other places, and how it affects this and that system. This one, I just threw it. I genuinely don't know how this works. I don't know why it works. I just know that it works. And so my cycle was when I was taking the most medications after I found other ways to deal with my pain. So I was taking ibuprofen and Tylenol and like pretty much anything that anybody said would work, I took. And this helped me get away from that so much. Another kind of general topic, toxins. Like, get toxins out of your life. Like, and there are endocrine disruptors or hormone disruptors in pretty much all of basic household everything. In your cleaners, in your air freshener, in your shampoos, in your makeup, everything. They're everywhere. And it's terrifying. Like, just look up endocrine disruptors in Google. I dare you. It's kind of terrifying, if I'm being really honest, that these things are so openly accepted into our lives and they're so harmful. Oh gosh, it's bad. It's so bad. So I switched over to Young Living shampoo and conditioner. If you didn't get the memo, I do love Young Living products. I think that they are unbelievably wonderful and I trust them. And I have seen great results with them. I also use Thieves Household Cleaner. There are a lot of chemical or toxin-free cleaners out there. There's a lot of toxin-free shampoos and conditioners. I use Young Living. I trust them. I know what's in there. That's what I use. What else do I have here? Okay, in the future, what am I doing? I am stepping up my diet game a lot. I'm doing a lot of fasting, which hasn't been good this week. I'm just gonna be really honest with you. I've done intermittent fasting all week. I kind of do that naturally. I'm not usually very hungry until about 1 o'clock, but I do it. 1 o'clock is usually about the time that I'm hungry, and that's when I start to eat. And I have been really good about keeping processed things out of my diet. Not 100%, but dang close. I really am going to kind of try to push that forward a little bit and get rid of all processed whatsoever. Even probably going out to eat and stuff. Getting rid of that. And really kind of sticking to a plant-based diet with, some meats and eggs and stuff mixed in there, but really trying to keep the bulk of my diet plant-based. That seems to be what works best for me. That's how I feel better, and when I'm consistent with it, I'm seeing great results with it. So, my plan, kick that into high gear. My next plan is to take this. I don't know, can you see that? That light is so intense. It says conception. In this, I'm gonna butcher some of these words. I know I am. I'm sorry. So, there is chaste tree berry extract, organic KSM 66. I will do a video on that. Ashwagandha extract. Shatavari root. Sorry, stinging nettle, and some acids and nutrient enhancers. there's some stuff in there. Those are the main ingredients though. And this is a plant-based supplement to help you conceive. That's the ultimate goal for me. That's what I want. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I actually was doing research on those herbs and best herbs for conception. I have a book. I think it's packed. Maybe I'll throw a link into it in the description. Hopefully I remember. But I have a book that is called like the Herb Bible or something. I have a few of them actually. This subject I'm actually considering going back to school for it because I find it so unbelievably fascinating. I love this subject of herbs and the way that they affect your body. So we'll see. But I was doing research on these herbs in particular and where I could find them, the best source, and this product kept popping up. And I'm like, I don't want to take that. Like, I want to take it in a tea or something like that. Like, I don't want to take another pill. But it kept popping up. I read a few reviews on them. I figured out where a lot of their stuff was sourced. And eventually I was like, okay, all right, I'll bite, right? And I'm going to try it. I'm going to try just one bottle. I didn't subscribe to it yet because I want to make sure that I'm kind of getting the bang for my buck, basically. And this wasn't that expensive. I think it was 20 bucks maybe, which is really cheap. They're all really well sourced. It's all plant-based and I don't know. We'll see. That's another thing I'm doing. Now, I am moving away, as you know, to Arkansas. So, my exercise game is pretty much going to be exclusively hiking, walking, and yoga. I'll be living in a trailer. So, aerial aerobics, where I am, is going to be very difficult. I might get away with it in my sister-in-law's house. She might let me put it up. I don't think so, though. Because I might show you here. Maybe no, I'm not going to show you. I'll show you in another video. But this is very precariously balanced on like a shoebox and random things on the stressor. So I'm not going to move it. But it's actually like bolted into the ceiling. So we'll see. If she'll let me do that, I will not be surprised if she does not let me do that. I know that I can put it in a tree or something, but the trees down there are so different from these ones, and I don't... Anyway, I'm going to set this down. I don't know if it is something that I'm going to be able to continue doing. I'm certainly going to try because I do love it. But I'm really going to focus on fertility massage. I've done a lot of research on that one too. I will do, again, a video on that one. Trust me, my list on TTC is becoming very long. But I will be doing fertility massage. I'll be really up in my game with my diet. I'll be taking those supplements. And I will be trying to get my stress down. Those are my 4 things of just creating a healthy womb, a healthy uterus, healthy ovaries, healthy body, healthy, in order to welcome in a new life. I'm considering doing some affirmations as well. I don't want to overwhelm myself with too much right off the bat, but I love affirmations. I'm about it. So I might do those too. Anyway, this is a long video. I am sorry, but with all of that being said, your journey is yours. How you choose to try to conceive, whether it's naturally the way that I'm doing it, or you're working very closely with a doctor, doing hormone therapies, IVF, whatever your journey is, it's yours. And you have my support. Whatever that's worth to you. It may not be worth a whole lot, but never feel like what I'm saying is law, because it is your journey, and you have to do what you have to do and what you think is right. And this is just mine. I wanted to do this as naturally as possible. God promised me children. He did. I truly believe that with every fiber of my being, and so I believe that I will conceive a child. I just have to kind of do the work to get my body nice and healthy and clean. And what I mean by clean is like toxins out. I just have to work on those things, and he will come through, and there's so much hope in that. I'm not going to give up hope. And this is the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is hope and perseverance. Infertility, however long it's been, trying to conceive when it just seems so far away and like it's not going to happen ever, is so hard. And it's a lot. And I would not recommend it for the faint of heart. But don't give up hope. Stay positive as much as you can. Cope through the emotions. Do your best, because ultimately your emotions and the way that you feel about things will change the way that your body is working. And the more positive you are, the more likely this is to work. So keep it up. Don't give up hope. And until next time.